March 28, 1838, on a cold spring day, a boy was born in the quiet town of Tovanto in southern Finland. His name was Fredrik Idestam. To the world, it was an ordinary day. But in that small wooden house was the beginning of a man who would one day change the course of global communication. Fredrik was born into a world of simplicity and survival. Finland was under the Russian rule, its people shaped by hard winters, deep forests, and silence. His father, a lower-level government official. His mother, a quiet, determined figure in the home. Like many in his generation, Fredrik's early years were shaped by modesty, but also ambition. Books were scarce, education was privileged, and yet Fredrik showed a mind hungry for science, for structure, for solving things others couldn't see. At a time when most dream only for surviving the winter, Fredrik dreamed of building something. He would go on to study at the Helsinki University of Technology, training as a mining engineer. But even beneath layers of stone and ore, he saw something deeper: opportunity. And then in 1865, he founded it, on the banks of the Nokia River, a place no one paid attention to, a place where he would build a humble pulp mill and name it after the river itself. For decades, Nokia churned out paper, the rubber boots, tires, cables, quite glamorous products built to last. Through wars, depressions, and shifting borders, Nokia endured because Nokia evolved. And in 1960s, it made its boldest pivot yet. Three companies, Finnish Rubber Works, Finnish Cable Works, and Nokia AB merged into a single entity, the Nokia Corporation, and with that came a new obsession. Not just televisions or military gear, but something far more ambitious. They saw what others didn't, that one day communication would go mobile. In 1987, Nokia launched its first handheld phone, heavy, awkward, and expensive, but revolutionary. Then came the 1990s, and with them, dominance. By the early 2000s, Nokia wasn't just part of the tech world, it was the tech world. Its phones were everywhere, its ringtone unmistakable. It held over 40% of the global market. Its engineers were gods. Its logo, a badge of reliability. And then, everything started to go wrong. From the outside, Nokia looked unstoppable, but on the inside it was rotten, a slow, invisible decay that no one wanted to admit. While Samsung and Apple moved fast, Nokia moved in circles, caught in a maze of internal politics, fear, and silence. Engineers inside Nokia were already dreaming of the future: touchscreens, full internet browsers, digital app stores. They even built a prototype smartphone, a sleek iPhone-like device in 2004, 3 years before Apple. Symbian is holding us back. It's clunky, slow, outdated. If you don't pivot now, we'll be left behind. Symbian works. It's profitable. Why change what isn't broken? Nokia had the vision, Nokia had the talent, but Nokia lacked the courage. The leaders were obsessed with control, with margins, not momentum, with safety, not strategy. They killed innovation in favor of comfort, and in doing so, they signed their own death sentence. Then came the bomb.
Well, today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class.
The moment the iPhone launched, Nokia's fate was sealed, and they didn't even know it yet. This was the day everything changed, a day like any other, until it wasn't. Nokia was a titan, the kind that thought it could never fall, a company so dominant, so deeply rooted, that it believed the future had to wait for them. They didn't just lead the mobile phone industry, they were the industry. But titans don't fall because of external threats. They fall because they rot from the inside. And how did Nokia react? They laughed. No keyboard, too expensive, a touchscreen. But they didn't understand something fundamental. The iPhone wasn't just a new phone. It was a paradigm shift, not in technology, but in psychology. It made people feel something Nokia forgot to design. Because when technology touches emotion, it no longer competes on specs, it competes on desire. And Nokia, they doubled down on the very thing that was sinking them. Their answer to revolution was relic. The Nokia N97, a sluggish overpriced slab of denial, a phone built by a community, not a visionary, a monument to everything wrong with playing it safe. Inside Nokia's labs, panic had already begun. Engineers were screaming for change, begging leadership to abandon Symbian, a dinosaur of an open operating system that was never meant to power a modern smartphone. But bureaucracy didn't scream back. It stays quiet. It says wait. And while it waits, the world moves on. This wasn't just corporate failure. It was the result of something far deeper, a fundamental human flaw. When institutions grow powerful, they become insulated from truth. Comfort breeds arrogance. Arrogance breeds inertia, and inertia kills. By the time Nokia realized it was dying, it was already dead. In 2010, Nokia lit itself on fire. They hired Stephen Elop, a former Microsoft executive, and with him came a single scathing message: "We are standing on a burning platform." It was meant to spark urgency, but instead it signaled surrender. Rather than leap to Android, the obvious open rising force, Elop took Nokia's feature and handed it to Microsoft. Windows Phone, are you insane? It wasn't strategy, it was betrayal. Nokia's engineers, the very minds that own Defiant Mobile, watched helpless as their hardware was paired with Microsoft's slow, unproven, buggy software. The result: a Frankenstein, a phone no one wanted, running on OS no one trusted. Talented minds fled, stockholders revolted, sales crashed. What Microsoft did next was worse. They buried the body. By 2016, the Lumia line was dead. Nokia was gutted. 20,000 workers gone. Factories silenced. R&B labs locked forever. The one mighty empire reduced to ash. Today, the Nokia name still exists, but only in form. It's licensed to low-end Android phones, a brand without a brain, a zombie with no soul. Nokia didn't just fail. It chose to, because when you stop listening to your builders, when you fear innovation more than your death, failures isn't just likely, it's inevitable. Nokia's story isn't just about phones, it's about power, ego, fear, and what happens when a company becomes too big to hear itself think. This is a warning to every CEO, every founder, every empire standing tall today. Could Nokia have survived, or was it fall written from the start? Tell me what you think in the comments.